welcome back, and this is spaghetti and meatballs. And yeah, I did kind of do them really fast, but I didn't high speed it, and I did show you how to form them and stick them in the breadcrumbs here. So I gave you the start, and I'm sure you didn't want to watch me go through all of these, so this is, I guess, my kind of fast forward without the fast forwardness. There's 28 meatballs, so 2 pounds of meat should make 28 meatballs, and then you got the little tiny one over here, that right there, little tiny one. So whatever left over, still make it into a meatball. And then we're going to take this and we're going to throw it away because that's not good. That has meat in it. So, and then this is where you get your handy dandy grabbers, so you do not touch the meat. So when you're putting it into the pan, that doesn't touch. Here's our pan. I got a nice big pan. We're going to put some peanut oil in. So that's about, I'd say about 4 tablespoons, and your pan's going to be a different size. I'm going to add a little bit more. So I got a bump in my pan that it kind of goes like that, but that's fine. I've been using this thing for years, and it's my favorite pan. It's got a little bit of dysfunction, so that's going to be, what I like to do is like a toothpick. It's going to be different levels, so probably just, I mean, it's just not even a, it's less of like almost like maybe 3 millimeters. Really light, I mean, really, how do you want to say that? Low, kind of, not, see how you can see it come across? Like that, just really light, not really heavy. I mean, not like it's deep up to my knuckle. We're not deep frying, we're frying. So we're going to turn that on medium. Let that warm up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get our other pot like this. We're going to fill it up with water. And again, you can do the noodles ahead of time, so you don't have to mess with the frying and the cooking of the noodles. And I don't like to add salt to my water. I mean, that's preference. That's everyone, each to their own. So a good amount of water. I'm going to set that right on the back of the stove here so you can see it right there. So we got frying oil. Always have the handle back towards the wall, because like I said before, if you're wearing anything, even a belt loop, and it's sticking out and it sticks in there, it's going to go over. And little kids, even pets, if you have like a big dog and gets his nose up there, hits the handle, there goes your, well, it's not a pretty sight. Okay, so what we're going to use is, since that's warming up, we don't have to really watch it warm up. I'm going to use thin spaghetti, and this is wheat. If you have a different type of spaghetti you would like to use, that's perfectly fine. You can stick that right there. And the thing with oh yeah, and here's a way to, well, I don't have any more breadcrumbs, but let's use, what can I use? Because usually you toss something into oil, see if it's right. Well, I'm going to utilize our little experiment here, because this is the tiniest one, so we're going to stick that in. And it's sizzling. See? So we're going to just stick these in. Just stick as many as you want in. I got a big pan, so it can cook a lot. And you want to turn them. When they get golden brown on one side, you want to turn them, and we want to make these things, we want to cook these things really all the way through. Just keep on piling them in there. If your pan is smaller. Now, if you feel like this is getting out of hand and it's boiling too, it's bubbling too much, turn the, can't get it out. Turn the fire down to a lower temperature And then when you feel like you got it under control again, turn it back up to medium. So it's perfectly fine to go from low to high because, you know, you want to be in control of your food. And so we're going to let those cook. Let's open up the spaghetti. And I'm going to cook all of this. This is about, well, they don't have pounds on here. So this is about 3.24 ounces. Let's weigh it. So I'll give you a more accurate description. Let's get a cup. Because I don't want to get a box. Okay, so this is 7. Oh, okay, it's a pound. Oh, it's almost a pound. Well, that didn't really work because it's under a pound. It's 13 ounces. Let's see. They weigh the box, don't they? No, it's a little bit less. It's 13. It's a little bit less. Maybe I lost a couple things, but okay. Well, I tried to. It's ounces. It's going to be ounces. So okay. Enough of the measuring. That did not work. So let's get rid of our measuring thing. What I like to do is I like to take this and I like to break this over the sink. If you want to leave it whole, you have to wait until it submerges, but I like to break it in half. We're going to take all of it. And break it any which way you can. And let's put it back into the my cup here. Okay, and we're going to turn that water. Oh, I turned it on. No, I didn't. Turn it on the high. Let's check our meatballs. Let's turn them over. And they're getting golden brown on one side, as you can see. I'll turn one upside down so you can see the golden brown. Now, if you can't handle this many, you know, you might want to do like maybe 4 at a time, or however. That one's definitely not golden brown, but you want to move them around. Because as you notice, it's going to be hotter on one gas. Yeah, I stopped my gas ranting, but it's going to be hotter on one side and cooler on the other. As you can see here, this side's getting all nice and dark, and I'm going to turn it down even a little bit more. So it's not on medium anymore. It's on number 2. See how it's not really dark there? Here's our little baby one. So let's get all of those turned over. And make sure we're not going over our time limit, which I'm not. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, because this is going to take a while to cook. And I'm not going to even cover it up because it is going to be used right away. Now, if it was in there for more than a couple hours, yeah, I would cover it up. Make sure the cookie tray fits inside the, well, this thing is a big, okay, there we go. So right now we got the meatballs turned down low. On low, it's not on low, but they're simmering, if you want to put it that way. So let's let those cook. And next thing, we got our spaghetti getting ready to get boiled. The water is not boiling. You don't have to have the water boiling. That's to bring the water to a boil. It doesn't matter as soon as you see little tiny bubbles in the bottom, you can put the spaghetti in. I do it all the time. The spaghetti comes out perfect. If I can say spaghetti, I'm gonna get a drink of my iced tea. Okay, now here's another pot. If you have garden fresh tomatoes, kudos, but if you don't, this is what you do. We're going to use ketchup, which I like using a lot of cooking because it adds extra flavor, and this is no preservatives and high fructose corn free. And then we have ready to cut tomatoes. This is what this brand looks like. And we have coriander sauce. That came out right. I'm not going to even pronounce it. I'll let you look at it because it came out coriander, and it's probably going to come out coriander again, but tomato sauce. And I got some more basil from the garden. A little bit, not too much, because I don't want it to deplete. So I just got like a pinch. And I got even a smaller pinch of rosemary. Okay, let's take a look back at our see how these things are doing. You're going to turn them a little bit back up again. So just kind of play up and down, because it doesn't matter, because the thing is, it's going to cook. It's going to cook. Because we don't want to burn the outside of these. We want them to be nice and golden. They'll be a little bit dark brown, but that's, you know, you want to cook the meat. This is you want to cook it. That was really deep, wasn't it? You want to cook it. That's really straightforward, to the point. And sometimes if you see a part that hasn't been cooked, kind of like lean them up against each other, like that, and kind of roll them around until they balance. Like there's a part right there, and just kind of like that. And if you have one that decides to commit suicide, like, okay, I got it. Just move them around, watch them. That's definitely not. That one moved easy. You might have one that splits open. It's all part of the game. It's cooking. And you know, you just want to watch it. Okay, that looks good enough. Put that over here. Okay, so we're going to get the good old handy dandy can opener. We're going to put in let's see what the time is. Okay, well, I'm going to watch it. Watch the time. It's getting close. One of my bad habits is I see the timer, and it's surprising how fast things go by when you're talking. Okay, so we're going to do is we're going to pour this into here. That's easy. And we're going to, it's getting down to the wire. I feel like it's a race. Okay, so I'll be right back. That's going a little bit over.